Well, it seems like we have impeccable timing, Don. At least the 2 out of 3 of us do.
Exactly, Tucker. We've been waiting for how long for Brian Friedman to get back from lunch? But this still probably feels faster than your snoo time with Abby Grossberg.
Dude, I did not have any relations with that woman. Have you seen the chicks we have on Fox News? Abby is MSNBC material at best.
Yeah, she's definitely past her prime. Speaking of which, you can't even be a gay man and say that about women.
I was gonna say, just when you think you're part of the club, they grab you by the balls. I told you this would happen. The first rule about Girls Club is to not let anyone else into Girls Club.
I thought the first rule of Girls Club is to not talk about Girls Club.
Well, anyway, this is the perfect reason to jump back ship on the He-Man Woman Bangers Club. I'll even give you Abby for a night.
There you go again, Tuck.
Huh, I didn't think you had the balls to jump ship anyway.
And who are you married to exactly? She looks like just Pearly Thing's final evolved form.
We were expecting you guys.
Uncle Phil, how are you working here?
Well, Brian Friedman is still at lunch. Apparently, he's still on that Pokemon Go and trying to capture Xerneas and Rayquaza. Apparently, Regirock, Lugia, and Articuno weren't enough for him to still get his ass handed to him on PvP.
I don't think Don meant it that way. How are you here?
To quote from that hot babe Mercy, heroes never die.
Now, lawyers are using Overwatch quotes. Our cases are really going to go well.
And even if that is the case, why can't we just get Johnny Cochran so he can summon the Chewbacca defense card?
Come on, guys, this isn't a U.S. District Court we're up against. We're only facing the mainstream media. That's like having the Nuggets play against the Heat in the NBA Finals, or any team versus the Cowboys in the playoffs, for that matter. No offense, fellas. So, Donnie boy, let's start with your case. You got bitch slapped by CNN for saying Nikki Haley is past her prime, ergo an affront towards all cougars, gilfs, Karens, and most importantly, the old wise sage hags on The View and any other knockoff View shows.
Well, if you know, you know. She's trying to run for president in 2024, but she's going to walk out there without any ounce of Botox.
As your attorney, I am here to defend you. But one thing I have to say you're guilty of is not having taste. The face might need Botox, but I bet Nikki still has it going on under those 8 articles of clothes.
That's exactly what I said.
Oh, stop the cap, Tucker. We've all seen how plain you like your bread. But with your audience, I guess you have no other choice.
At least I have an audience. You all at the Cap'n News Network are getting your asses handed to you by that tracer looking broad on MSNBC who's even more past her prime than Nikki Haley.
You hear that phone call? I wonder who that is. One America News, The Blaze, or Newsmax?
All right. You guys are worse than Will and Carlton with who's going to play Ryu on Street Fighter. But let's move on to your case, Tucker. Some woman from nowhere, Abby Grossberg, is saying you caused a hostile work environment during her time there. Claims include sexism, homophobia, transformerphobia, furry phobia, /shipping, and claiming that Call of Duty is still a good franchise as of 2023.
/shipping? Even I'm not into that. Have you been watching those Joe Rogan on Ben Shapiro fanfics on Crunchyroll again?
Kiss my ass, Don. As for the furry phobia, that was only claimed because I said Lola Bunny's breast reduction in the newest Space Jam is another attack by the woke and feminist mob. And as for those Joe Rogan on Ben Shapiro interviews, who hasn't seen that series? But I will admit to that Call of Duty claim. People just need to find a better squad. Don't hate because I'm COD teammates with Donald Trump and Andrew Tate.
Well, I hope that Rikers Island and Romanian caves have broadband internet with the way things are looking for your homies.
Why are you two still playing this left and right game off the air? Don't you all in the media share bourbon, caviar, and spouses when off the air like the politicians? Anyway, I got word that the Situation Room will mention both of your cases. Actually, it's on right now.
Welcome to the Situation Room. I'm Wolf Blitzer, and these are the top stories. Tucker Carlson is being sued by a former employee for giving Call of Duty props in 2023, along with sexism against Lola Bunny and other anime characters who've done breast reduction. And this doesn't include his bromance for Rogan on Shapiro action, which we'll analyze later in the show. We also have some juice on Don Lemon, but I invited a homie to do the roast.
Thank you, Wolf. We begin tonight with breaking news. Don Lemon gets the axe by a bunch of past-the-wall Karens defending their own.
See, I told you those hoes ain't loyal.
Now I find Nikki Haley still has it, but this proves a bigger point. Just because you might have some sass, if you're a male, the girls' club will still find a way to kick your ass. And as you all know, I'm taking over Tucker Carlson's coveted position because while he might be good at what he does, he's the Fajita of Fox News. People know who the Goku of this bitch is.
Hold on, what did that son of a bitch sandwich said?
Hold on, Sean. I thought I was going to roast Tucker while you were going to give Don that work.
Well, I would roast Don Lemon, but he roasted himself every other time he was on CNN. He's almost as bad as Jim Cramer on financial advice in Fortnite. But about Tucker, have you seen his wife? I'm not going to even use Ainsley Earhart as a comparison. My ex-wife would run circles around your wife on the catwalk and in Tilted Towers.
Seems like both of you have common enemies now. Looks like there's no other option than to team up. But hey, if it works, you two can win the WWE Tag Team titles by Survivor Series.
As much as this is going to trigger the guys at the Bam Bam Club, the boys on the Discord servers, and Velma Dinkley, I guess I got no choice. But neither do you, with Sean Hannity riding your ass worse than I ever could. Or would.
Well, this is one of those times I'll have to take an L in battle to get the dub in war, especially if I can get my primetime spot back, or at least a podcast as bitching as Joe Rogan's. All right, you got a tag team partner. For now.
Oh, this is going to be lit. Should I be Bobby Heenan, Paul Heyman, or Paul Bearer? How about Sensational Cher? Wait a second, Don. Did you just hint at his boning Velma on the side?
Okay. Which brother hasn't had a taste of their own Velma once in their lives?
You sly devil, you! This entanglement might not be half bad.
Good stuff. Let's christen this momentous occasion by going to Applebee's. There's even one downstairs. Let me answer the doorbell right quick.
Hey, G, would you make me a sandwich?
No.